If you're into beefy small knives, don't go away. You are not going to want to miss this. Hey, I'm Jay, and if you're looking to buy a knife and you need to see what it's like first before you drop your hard-earned money on it, here's what you got to do. Click on subscribe so I can help you, and remember to click that bell notification so you don't miss a thing. So you should be looking at the specs right now, and those of you interested, good place to pause. As usual, we'll go ahead and get started with what I like about this and some of the potential deal breakers that I see of this Kizer Vanguard Mini Sheepdog. So first, let's just go ahead and take care of the size comparisons so you guys can get an idea of what we're working with today. And we're going to start out with the Spyderco Native 5. And how about the Benchmade Bug Out and the Kershaw Dividend, and let's do another Kershaw, the Skyline, and two more. This is the Lion Steel SR2, and we'll finish this section off with the Mastrop Ferrum Forge Gent. Now I have to say, I do absolutely love this Cleaver blade shape. Gorgeous, with its nice wide blade profile of 1.18 inches. The steel, VG10, big fan of. It's just one of those blade steels that rides right down the middle as far as edge retention and corrosion resistance. The sharpening choil, very well executed by Kizer. The blade is riding on a ball bearing pivot, and it features a very, very strong detent. Yeah, I cannot shake this open, so of course that makes the action just absolutely fantastic. And you can see now it does kind of fall shut, yeah, with just a little bit of shake and bake there. Now for deployment, you can utilize either the push button, like you just saw right there, or also works equally as well the light switch. Centering, let's take a look at that. Well, it's not perfect, but it's not bad. It is off, if you guys can see that, just a hair this way. Once the blade is deployed, it looks like it's locking up at about 25%. You know what? I want to go ahead and grab the scale real quick so you can see how much this is going to weigh you down. So we're looking at about 3.2 ounces. And I also want to show you this. You can see that, yeah, that one liner is extensively skeletonized, so that's nice to see. 3.2 ounces is going to be roughly the equivalent of 4 AA batteries, or yeah, that's pretty close to the Kershaw Dividend. Now I have to say, this is one of the very rare times that I am actually satisfied with the stock pocket clip, although it is just looks like one position. I do kind of like it. I mean, it's not a true deep carry, but it's pretty close. It's close enough for me. The closed width, it's not bad. I mean, considering, you know, this Cleaver style blade, you're looking at 1.40 inches across, so that's not too bad in the pocket. Now the G10 texture, I mean, if you're familiar, it's just the Kizer Vanguard standard G10 texture. So it has, you know, it's moderately grippy. There are no sharp edges anywhere on this handle, and if you look, they did an excellent job of chamfering all the edges on the G10 all the way around. Looks very, very nice. Both sides. Now, I wear a medium-sized glove, and I get a very solid 3-finger grip on here. I mean, I can just barely, if I squeeze all my fingers on there, I can get all 4. It's not the most comfortable, but they fit. But yeah, 3 fingers, no problem. Did you notice there is no jimping anywhere on this Mini Sheepdog, which I guess is fine. I mean, it's not really necessary here. The handle thickness, only 0.45 inches, so it is under that ½ inch. And the price, $69, which I think is just a fantastic value, considering all of the extras that they threw in the box. Let me grab that. Now, normally I could really care less about the packaging, but this is so different from the Vanguard packaging that I'm used to. I mean, this is how they always would arrive, but now it's this box, and it has this little black plastic slide out tray, and in it you're going to get like an accordion folding pamphlet, which has like all the warranty information, some pictures, and you get a patch with, it says on there, C01C Kizer. So I know the C01C is the alphanumeric designation with sheepdog knives. So yeah, patch. Of course, you get your polishing cloth and this gigantic keychain. Kizer one side with a picture of the Megatherium and Tangram on the other. So I mean, if I don't know if this now going forward is the way that all Vanguard knives will be shipped and packed. If somebody could correct me on that, let me know down in the comment section below. Before we get to my potential deal breakers, I just want to quickly remind you to go ahead and click on that subscribe button if you're looking for knife reviews that get right to the point. Potential deal breaker number 1 is, well, the most obvious being that this is a very small knife. I mean, with an overall length of 6.175 inches, it is easily the smallest knife in my collection. Now, I honestly thought, and kind of expected, this blade stock to be a little bit thicker than 2.8 millimeters. Now, since the blade passes the detent very, very late, so it's kind of difficult to, like, you know how you let the flipper kind of hit your thumb and then you shake it closed? Yeah, it's kind of difficult and, quite frankly, a little bit dangerous with this knife. So I do wish that the flipper was a little bit smaller. I wish it was also a little shorter, because if there was a little more material removed from here, you'd be able to make contact with on the flat surface with more of the sharpened edge, because as it stands now, not much is making contact because of that flipper tab. Now, we did talk about the pocket clip just a little bit ago, and yes, there is in fact no left-handed option. So yeah, no lefty love there. I do wish that this pocket clip, although I do like the aesthetics, I wish it was a little bit shorter, because as you can see, it is taking up more than 50% of the space on the handle. Now, I am not the biggest fan of lanyards, but with this knife being, you know, as small as it is, it would be nice to attach a lanyard for those of you that, you know, maybe want to take off the pocket clip and just kind of, you know, just drop this into your pocket, because it's definitely small enough for that. So now you're probably wondering, okay, Jay, well, where does that leave us with the Mini Sheepdog? And I'm going to tell you that. But first, I would like to ask you guys a question to respond to. And what I would like to know is, what is your favorite small knife? And what I mean by small is blade length of 3 inches or less. If you could let me know down in the comments section below. Mine would be the Spyderco Native 5. I have to say, I love this knife. I love its, I mean, it's just such a unique designed small knife, and I really, really like it. It's very small and beefy, kind of like another favorite of mine, the Lion Steel SR2, which, by the way, I have previously reviewed. So any of the knives, including this one, that you have seen in this video, if you click up here in the corner, after you're done watching this review, and you can watch all of the individual reviews for all of the knives I've shown you. So yes, very beefy, like the Lion Steel SR2, but with way better action. Now, the Mini Sheepdog is not going to be the best choice if you have giant hands. I mean, forget it. I wear medium and I can just fit the 3 fingers. So if you have those giant bear paws, this thing is going to be like a toy to you. And I really, really believe that this knife is going to be a huge hit for Kizer.